Why do we deny who we are? We do. Because if we didn't do that, we would have everything we wanted. We would be happy. We would be successful. We would have all the money that we wanted. We would have the love. We would have great relationships. All of that. Because that's what we're given when we're born. We come into the world with the capability of doing those things. But then we don't do it. And why is that? Well, fear and doubt. Those are the two biggest ones. We have ideas, we have visions of where we might want to go, but we don't think we're the people to do that. And that comes in from something else, though, you must understand. We bring that stuff in. We've either brought it in from our families or we inherited it or whatever it was. But in life, the part of journey of life is uncovering it, moving through that stuff so that we can live the life that we want to have. But sometimes we don't do that. I didn't do that. Because see, I denied the thing that was in front of me that could have allowed me to really have a fulfilling life much earlier. It's going to do it now, but I could have done it much earlier. But the good thing for you is that because I didn't do it, I've created something that gives you the ability to do that. And I couldn't talk about that before and tell you what the worth was because I didn't know. Then last night, this wonderful thing happened. I'm sitting and I'm thinking about I always do my meditations in the morning, every day on my Any Advice for Today, every single morning. But yesterday, I heard, please look at what we gave you on this date in 2013. All of this was about getting us to trust what's happening in the world now, getting us to know that we're meant to move through it and that we've had guidance. I have been given guidance. That's why I know this stuff. It's been years and years and years. And so then they said, then I heard, okay, now look at the years just on this date on April 25th, back several years, because this is, nothing happens just out of the blue. This has been coming for a while, and I've been receiving information to understand that and actually preparing me to be able to help others. And that's why I received the program. I didn't know that I had this ability to get all this information because it was a natural part of me. It's just how I've operated. And I didn't think about it before, but now it's different. Our world is shifting into a new way, and you all have seen it. And it's not just one thing or another. It's not just what the pandemic was or not the war. It's all over. And you've seen it, and there's going to be more. We're going to have more division coming up in the next several months all over the world because we're trying to find our place. And so this is why you need to know who you are. You need to become solid in your beliefs about why you're here and in your career, your purpose, and what you're doing. When you have that, all the other stuff goes away. I've talked about this quite a bit because when we go through big events like this in the world, that's what happens. And certain people know. I showed an article that demonstrated this. Rich people know that's when you start doing things. That's why they continue to get rich. And the rest of us sit around and just kind of wait to see what's going to happen. And I did that quite a bit. And I'm going to leave the messages that I was shown, told me to go back and look. And this goes back more than that. It's years and years and years of work that I have done. And when I looked at what I was trying to give it away for, that was kind of really ridiculous. And I had a meeting this morning with a business coach. He coaches all kinds of people, entrepreneurs. And as we were sitting there talking, he goes, I don't know what's happening. I used to do these. I used to do these challenges. I used to do all of this. And then it was always about money. And I said, no, you're still supposed to do that. Because, see, the change that's going on, it's a wealth and income redistribution. You'll see it, and you're seeing it already in parts of the world. We've ignored things, and so that's what's coming up. So you need to make yourself a lot more prosperous, and you do that by doing what you came to the world to do. That's all it is. But sometimes we have to go through so much to be able to see that because we've programmed ourselves into something else. So we have to break that down before we can even see what that purpose is. And I'm telling you, it always happens. That's what happened for me. And I did it through all of this work. And the value of this has just increased so much. You know, I changed it, but it's going to change again on May 1st. So I want you, if you're interested, check it out. Because this is something that you people should stay in for at least a year to get the benefit, and our world is going to look like that for that long. And I'm being a little, still going through the transition. So, my cost on that can't be any less than $5,000. And if I'm working with somebody personally, it's going to be far more than that, because you have to think, what would be the value for you to come out feeling completely secure and confident and less fearful, and knowing what you're here to do, and enjoying it, and getting up every day smiling and happy? What would that cost? How much would you pay for that? And I'm saying it's guaranteed. It's guaranteed. I don't know how many times I can say that. There is no way that you can fail. If you do the work, it works. That's just the way it is. And I'm living proof of that. The person who was the most afraid of everything, lacked confidence, had no direction, everything, any possible problem that you can imagine, that was my life. Gone. I really want you to think about that, because it's going to be different for a lot of us over the next several months. So this would be the best time for you to look at this. But you'll get so much out of the document. I'm going to put the PDF there so you can read it. It was just crazy to me. But when I looked at it, I started to remember, oh yeah, I've done all that. I've worked through those things. So of course that would be in there. You'll see. All right, you guys, have a good one.